Wu-Tang Clan probably said it best: cash rules everything around me. Since LIV Golf became part of fans' everyday lives, have fans managed to go 24 hours without a big-name player being linked with Saudi Arabia's public investment fund-backed breakaway series? It's like football's now infamous transfer deadline day, but except, well, it's every day. Also, with Commissioner Greg Norman looking to lock up his 12 teams and 48 players as a part of LIV's revamp for the 2023 season, so who's in, who's out, and who's still on the fence? What does LIV have in store for us in 2023? Find out by watching this video. The famous LIV Golf Tour has emerged as a competitor to the US-based PGA Tour, with a few big names jumping in to join the startup golf league since it started. It started with big names, and their ranks have grown from there. Since LIV Golf announced its first season, a new big golfer has joined the controversial series every other day, and it's not over yet. The Saudi-backed series announced last month that it would not be limited to America and was on its way to extending its global roots. The schedule for the 2023 LIV League was slated to be released last month, but now fans need to wait until the end of this month to learn more about the next season of the series. LIV Golf League golf players will be able to compete in next year's Masters after Augusta National Chairman Fred Ridley said the event will keep current criteria for 2023 entrants. Without mentioning the Saudi-backed Upstart series, Ridley expressed disappointment with golf's ongoing divide caused by LIV luring away top PGA Tour talent with record prize money for 54 hole events. 6 former Masters champions are among 10 players currently qualified for next year's first significant golf showdown at the historic venue. They include Phil Mickelson, who is a 3-time Masters winner and 6-time major champion who was the first top player to push LIV Golf forward. Phil Mickelson, Bryson DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, along with other heavy hitters formerly from the PGA Tour, will now be members of the Saudi-backed golf circuit, making waves overseas. In America, formerly is the key word here. Jay Monahan, PGA Tour Commissioner, took no light steps regarding the defections. It was announced that indefinite suspensions for all current and future players who join LIV Golf. This means that Mickelson, Johnson, and others won't have the chance to play in PGA Tour events. LIV's recruitment tour has yet to near its end, and it's still trying to get the world's best and famous. And it all started with Tiger Woods. The 15-time major winner and golf's all-time greats were offered $700 to $800 million, a number which LIV CEO Greg Norman said was somewhere in the neighborhood. But the offer came before Norman was LIV's golf CEO. Now, why are PGA Tour golfers going to LIV Golf? Well, in a word, money. LIV is funded by the Saudi Arabian government's public investment fund, and so the controversy surrounding players jumping ship and the nation has often been criticized for handling human rights over the years, including its assassination of Jamal Khashoggi, a journalist. Some see the money as blood money, and others accuse the Saudi government of sports washing its image through its backing of LIV Golf. Regardless of where the money comes from, LIV offers something that the PGA Tour doesn't give contracts to its players, in stark contrast to the PGA Tour's merit-based name. Phil Mickelson, the first and most well-known player to join the LIV Tour, was reportedly offered around $200 million to make the jump. Phil has made $94 million on the course during his PGA Tour career, per Spotrac. Former world number 1 golfer Dustin Johnson was another LIV Golf defector and has made around $74,276,710 on the course in his career. The LIV Golf League signed Johnson to a 4-year contract worth $125 million. In addition to the large amounts of money going to former PGA players, players also see a much less intensive schedule and make a bigger paycheck for winning some tournaments. So, why did Phil Mickelson join the LIV Golf Tour? Moving aside from the massive amount of cash, Lefty feels like the jump to the new golf tour is a fresh start. Phil explained his decision to leave the PGA Tour in June. The player had voiced his support of the new league by February, believing it was a once-in-a-lifetime chance to reshape how the PGA Tour operates. And to Mickelson's credit, he was somewhat correct. Why did Dustin Johnson and Bryson DeChambeau join the LIV Golf Tour? Dustin Johnson's participation with LIV Golf was something of a surprise, but the contract and cash he received speak to his decision. Dustin signed a 4-year deal worth around $125 million. He further explained his decision to join LIV Golf after having a change of heart. Johnson, a former world #1 golfer, played on the PGA between 2007 and 2022, and 24 PGA tournament wins to his name. Bryson DeChambeau joined the LIV Golf Tour as well. DeChambeau was one of LIV Golf's first targets for their tour. When he turned down initial offerings to join the tour, he officially defected to the circuit. So, simply put, DeChambeau's decision was nothing personal. It was strictly business. In late June, he explained his decision to join up, saying that LIV gives him particular things that the PGA Tour doesn't. Moreover, Brooks Koepka was another ex-PGA heavy hitter to join LIV Golf, making the jump following the 2022 American Open. The 4-time major winner dodged LIV Golf questions during media availability in the days leading up to the major, going to decline questions about potentially joining the tour. Later, Koepka was asked why he had a change of heart during a LIV Golf event. Brooks did not explain what had led to the change. Then, after 3 days, the US Open ended, and a day after Koepka withdrew from this week's PGA Tour event in Connecticut, LIV officially welcomed Koepka to its ranks. LIV Golf's reduced schedule likely is part of the appeal for Koepka, who has made his own schedule on the PGA Tour. The British Open champion Cameron Smith, along with Joaquin Niemann, are 6 players to leave the PGA Tour for Saudi-funded LIV League, which returns this week for a 4th tournament, this time outside of Boston. The signing of Cameron, who had been deflecting questions about his sudden departure since the day he won, gave Greg Norman his first player from the top 10 in the world. The PGA Tour suspends members as soon as they put the ball in play at LIV Golf. Others to sign are Mark Leishman, a 6-time PGA winner from Australia who has dropped out of the top 50, and 3 others who leave without ever having won on the PGA Tour, and Americans Harold Varner III, along with Cameron Tringale, along with Anirban Lahiri of India. Smith and Niemann from Chile were the 8 qualifiers for the international team at the President's Cup, which will be played in a month at Quail Hollow. Leishman and Lahiri have played in the matches. Because the PGA Tour exclusively works the President's Cup, unlike the Ryder Cup, in which Europe works on home soil, players who join LIV Golf are not eligible. Niemann considered joining the rival league soon until Phil Mickelson's comments about the Saudis and the PGA stalled the launch of LIV Golf. Niemann then won the Genesis Invitational Riviera and later cited the competition as well as history as reasons he wanted to stay on the PGA Tour. But all his friends in golf have joined the Competitor Series: Carlos Ortiz and Abraham Answer of Mexico, Sergio Garcia of Spain, and they usually shared a house and brought in their own chef for the week. Carlos Rodriguez of GSE Worldwide, his manager, said Niemann had still not signed a LIV deal when he flew to Boston. With winning the British Open for his first major, Smith won the Players' Championship in March by 1 shot over Lahiri. Paul Casey was 2 shots behind, and now all 3 players have joined LIV Golf. Along with big signing bonuses, sources reported $150 million for Smith. Players compete for $25 million in prize money at each of the LIV Invitational events. Now, fresh off his victory at the FedEx Cup, Rory McIlroy said that it will be hard for me to stomach going to the PGA Championship at Wentworth and competing against members of the LIV League Series, the DP World Tour event. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments. If you liked today's video, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to always be updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon in another video.